All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Assassination Classroom, Season 2, Episode 1.
We're halfway through the show.
Yep, halfway through the show, and we're just getting closer and closer to the promised day when Koro-sensei will destroy the world.
Good one. Good one. Yeah.
That's definitely going to happen.
Right. He's not having so much fun and so much just of a wholesome time being basically their not dad teacher.
Yep.
Where he just builds so much wonderful connection and relationships with these students.
And
teaches them so much about life in addition to, you know, how to dispatch a target with efficiency.
Exactly. It's
and
important
professionalism.
Stuff. Life lessons.
A lot of it translates out.
I could definitely see him slaughtering them all in one massive apocalyptic demolishing of the earth. Yeah,
definitely.
That seems plausible.
Yep.
But they're getting better.
Not only are they getting better, they have succeeded recently at a near insurmountable task, specifically Nagisa, with the recent taking down of Takaoka.
Right, so, that bitch.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Yep.
So, next session of school, next semester or something.
Right.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into it. To us, he was Koro-sensei.
Exactly. 10 million yen bounty.
10 billion.
Oh, 10 billion, right, yeah.
Alright, new OP. Time flies.
Yeah. It's gonna be gone before they know it.
Yep.
I hope we get a revisit with the
big five. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Oh, wow. What is this? Like...
Oh.
Alright. Dang. I was about to say, I'm like, I don't know, the visuals for the assembly line of all the kids, I'm not feeling it as much, you know? But then that other stuff came out, I'm like, what is this, like psychopaths? Like, or them like flanking opposite each other, you know?
Yeah, it was making me think that too.
I'm like, ooh.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Of course.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, you say just like it's a bad thing. On a tropical isle! Oh my god!
Yes!
Oh my god, yes!
Karasuman bitch sensei, that's all I'm gonna say, like,
With this, like, film static, what is this?
Yeah. Koro-sensei's quite talented.
He's setting the story.
And I love that Koro-sensei's so fast he could just scare them all simultaneously. And he's doing it for the...
Yeah.
That's clever.
Well done. Oh my!
But they were two on task.
The sniper in the background.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some of them are having too much of a good time with their sniper, Jacob, you know?
I mean, you can never have too much of a good time with a sniper. And, didn't she have a crush on, Karma?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Talk assassin to me. Oh my god. Wow. Please, we need Karasuma and Bitch Sensei playing Twister.
Yes.
Yep. Oh.
Oh my god, wow. Oh my god, this is amazing.
Was that
Those are all just the regular students.
No, right, but was the last one the mangaka just referencing himself?
I don't know.
Yes!
Yes! Yes!
After an all-nighter? Wait. Oh, right, yeah, work.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
We can help her.
Yes, please. Yes! Oh my god! This is everything I wanted and more.
Well, and the one that they mentioned as being the cartoonist had the glasses on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! I mean, it could be both.
Wait, she's admitting it?
Oh! Yeah, that was kind of cute.
Uh-huh.
Oh! Ah! Amazing. We're getting it. This is awesome. She's even doing the biting her thumb thing.
Yeah,
oh.
yeah.
Oh my god. His outfit. His outfit. Oh my god.
Dear Lord.
Bittersweet. We know. Powerful. Okay.
That's way too small.
Of course
Right.
it fits off.
Of course it doesn't fit.
And she's like, it's ruined.
Uh-huh, yeah, yeah.
Ah, you can't fit that much sexy. Yeah.
Right, right. The flat-chested girl's like, yes.
That would be sweet.
That would be very sweet. The epitome single guy.
What? What? Attack on Karasuma.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh.
But there's no way Karasuma would notice.
Just a horde of them.
Oh, wow. Maybe take down is the wrong perspective.
I mean, she could be into that, you know? I mean, getting vulnerable?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
Does he even compute? Like...
Oh, I think he does.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh! Oh! Oh, damn it! Ah!
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I won't give this much thought. Oh.
Shit.
Well. Dang it. Yeah. Karasuma's weak points?
Oh my god.
Karasuma has weak points?
So what he needs to do is be like, that move you did, it was a pretty good move.
Oh.
Oh, is this Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
機嫌さえ損ねなければ厳しくないから。
And that's why Nagisa's figured out how to be totally calm and neutral on the outside. Wow. Wow. Where did all these extra plates come from? And all that. Oh, wow. And then he turns back.
It's cheap sushi, though. You know, it's the conveyor belt stuff, you know. Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, he was not.
Wow.
Boy was studying hard.
Uh-huh. Really?
I can provide transport! Oh, but of course. Whoa, 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 whoa.
生まれた時から私はいつも君の隣に
Holy
Oh, shit.
shit.
恐れるなかれ
Oh.
死神の名を
Here's the Reaper.
Yeah.
The actual Reaper.
Yup. Okay.
Whoa. Wait.
早見さん
Oh,
どうしてへこんでるの
the two
Snipers.
best shots, yeah.
過ぎて調子の
Wow. That's
I love it.
amazing.
That's great.
Nice.
何でも切なくこなすな磯貝
Wow.
That's good.
That is so smooth with it. Holy crap. The kid back there.
For 100 yen? Oh my god.
He's like, oh. Yeah. 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 They're like nothing.
Yeah.
暗殺技術の繊細な部分が活かせるね
This kid is just like, what are they doing?
Wow. Surely people would be able to tell.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Okay.
It almost looked like he was a customer at one that he was also running.
Right. It's quality assurance, you know?
Yeah, it's also the idea of, you know, false demand, you know.
Oh, really?
Okay. Dang. Is this going to entice the Reaper by the price being large enough?
Yeah. But that's a good incentive, basically, of like, hey, work together with people if you can to get a better result.
Yeah. Just
because assassins normally work alone.
Well, yeah, just to guarantee a kill faster. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Wow.
And we're getting an ED that's very similar to the first one. That's awesome.
Yeah, same artistic kind of style, mellow tone.
Yeah, I really liked the first ED, like, a lot.
Yeah, it was a nice sort of breather, respite from whatever the crazy energy of the first of the episode was.
Uh-huh.
And it still has the trail of leaves or whatever.
Yeah. It's cool. It's like a time lapse, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, memories. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you realize what's
yeah.
happening here? This is basically
him leaving and needing to think back on all the good times. That's a good point, because when this season came out, everyone that was a fan of it was like of Assassination Classroom was talking about it, like, because apparently it's like really, really good. Like
cool, and then it all forms into
nice.
the court for Class 3. Nice, and then of course the mouth and Koro-sensei's face.
And snow and changing of the seasons.
Yeah, time moves by so quickly.
Yep. And will Koro-sensei be here for all of it?
Nope. And then the moon. Nice. All right, y'all. Season 2 is underway, and it is just antics galore.
God.
Ridiculous, silly shenanigans.
I loved this episode so much.
So funny.
Like,
oh my
it was perfectly, one, setting things up for a second season with, these kids are growing up and they're competent. They're able to do their assassination tasks very well.
Yep, very well.
But then also leading the audience with the, we're going to set up a trope. No. This is a very unique class, so that's not going to happen here.
Exactly.
But I know what you're wanting. I know what you're wanting to see, well, I've got some wonderful bitch sensei Karasuma, focus here. Want a little bit of that? Oops. Yeah. Right. Like. I love it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's great as well because Bitch Sensei has been kind of the, I would say, the least interesting of all the characters. For a while, she's more of just kind of a comedy gag.
Yes.
Until this episode, in a lot of ways. I think that a lot of the things that she did in the previous episode could be kind of tossed away with the gag bit. But we saw a couple things here. One, we saw how much she cares about the students.
Yep.
2, we saw how much she actually really does
care about Karasuma. Yeah.
And how, 3, she did not intend to fall in love with him.
Yep.
But she did. And that's just so it's adorable.
That's the best.
It's
that's
just
the
so
best.
good because
also,
they're so different.
They are absolutely
so
completely different. And I gotta say, there are a couple other things that I actually were takeaways for me from this episode. Bitch Sensei, contrary to everything we've been led to believe, is actually, or rather, can be surprisingly mature in some cases.
Sure.
Because when they asked her about it, she was upfront about it, right? She knew where she was at. She was honest with herself and the students. That might not, and that's good on her, right?
Yeah.
2, the fact that she went to the whole thing of, do you understand what it means to kill? Yes, it kind of ruined the atmosphere of the moment.
Of course.
But 1, that's actually probably the best way to connect with Karasuma.
True.
Is ask him about work. 2, acknowledging the fact that you guys are in a weird situation here, both with regards to the students and with regards to each other and your work. Because 1, if you kill Koro-sensei, then this ends, right?
Yeah.
And you might not see this guy or the students again. 2, you are in the task of teaching these kids assassination, right? This is not an assassination type of environment. With regards to Koro-sensei, you could potentially understand that happening because he is not an assassin, right? That's not the kind of person that he is. That's not the kind of work that he does. I mean, we know he has a mysterious past.
He has a mysterious past.
He has a mysterious past, but okay, so maybe there's some sort of reason there for why he doesn't. Why he takes this approach and why he doesn't see the inconsistencies, right? But then with Bitch Sensei, she is an assassin. So, she might have some questions about how this whole dynamic is going to work long term and how it is working right now. So going to the person that is the other responsible, well, probably the most responsible person here, right?
He's literally talking to world governments and secret, councils of, briefing regarding this whole situation.
At first, I wanted to say
on point with regards to the whole discussion of how are we killing Koro-sensei.
Yeah, because that all-nighter from the previous night was not spent with Bitch Sensei; it was spent being responsible, right? Something that Bitch Sensei you would think knows nothing about. But it also is a moment of her being vulnerable with Karasuma in a way that she wouldn't normally be if it was a target or someone that was just a challenge. Right?
True.
And, it didn't work as well as it could have because Karasuma is denser than a neutron star.
Right.
That was still a good move.
It was
not just
move.
For the sake of being a good move, you know? So...
Yeah, in some ways, it was inconsistent. Thus, it basically led to him going, I'm going to ignore that. Because if he had basically been given a little bit more of a passing kind of bit there, like her saying, I like you, I think is maybe the best way she could have done it, but maybe adding a little bit more, maybe a request or something that it will, demand a response. he basically gets the opportunity to ignore it and go, okay, I'll ignore that.
Right, because I could totally see Karasuma, even though he is super dense, and I would have hoped that he would have clued into that. I could see it being something where he's like, she likes working with me. You know, like, because we're on a pretty crazy mission here. Yep, okay, that's good to make sure that there's communication on that front. Yeah.
Yeah. However, he knows that it was something.
Right.
But I think the fact that he said, I have to ignore that for now, is basically in correlation with him saying, I've got to do my duty. So he's being soldier mode right now. And what she didn't break him out of soldier mode.
Right.
So that's not necessarily on her or him. It's a combination of the two. So there's that. But, okay. Antics. We had the test of courage. Classic. Once we saw it, we were like, yes, wonderful. We know where this is going. Then we also got the, let's have a little like summer festival, little moment there with the classic, get-ups for everyone and the little stalls and everything. But then all these students are now extremely adept with their specific set of skills. And thus ruin the carnival for a lot of the people that, run the stalls, which is amazing.
They've got a few class levels under their belt, you know? It's little things like this, no big deal.
And I like the call out to Karma's whole thing with math, being this big part that he was basically wanting to get better at because of how he tested in the actual showdown against the Big Five here. So then he brings up probability, statistics and all that to
Let's
the guy
see
there. And he's
here.
like,
What are the odds?
Yeah, but I'm going to use also my high charisma stat as well to be like, no, I want a game console.
Right.
Yeah, for $50. Yes, exactly. You're going to give me that one there.
You'll give me back my money and
the console. Yeah, probably is what he got out of it for sure. Do you want me to bring the cups there? The way that these characters can do their, like, I'm going to turn on this scary face, which is something that I want to see more of the students do in general. Although, I mean, Karma would be the one that makes the most sense to adeptly bring
more
it
suited
up.
towards that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But we did see a form of it when they're like, we'll get to set up Karasuma and Bitch Sensei.
Oh my god,
that was fun.
And I love that the students now know this, so that it was one of the big focuses for this episode. So it's probably not going to be a big focus like going through the show because it got plenty of time here, right? And it was wonderful.
Exactly.
And Karasuma is incredibly dense.
Yep.
But the students now know, which means that, if the show wants to.
Honestly, I think we're going to wait till the very end of the show.
Oh, I think so too. But it changes up the dynamics slightly. So now when we have antics in the future, because all of this happened just off of the past stuff in season 1, where it was like, okay, Bitch Sensei and Karasuma, we ship them.
We ship it.
She's trying to get under this this stick in the mud, right? Okay. But then we got all this out of it, right? So now that the students know, there's just extra combination and potential. Yes. And I love it.
Yeah, we have set the rock at the top of the cliff, and all the potential energy is just building.
Indeed.
Just rising.
See, I know I'm harping too much on this, but Bitch Sensei, what you've got to do is you've got to meet Karasuma in his work. Right? Because that's what he is truly, unfortunately,
provide
the
like
most
a little
passionate
bit of
about.
An efficiency report.
Exactly.
And he's going to be like, whoa.
Status update. Yeah.
What I would almost love to see is for her to turn off as much of her sex appeal as possible.
It's hard
as exactly. But to have her wear the full suit and everything.
Oh, she would rock a suit.
But yes, but she would also break the suit. So my thought regarding this is just to have her do this, come up, say something professional, walk away, so that he doesn't even get to double take and think, and then just have this moment of who was that exactly, and then he'll quickly rush out of the room and be like, we have an intruder in our midst, Okay. And it'll just create a funny moment where he'll be so tense that he'll forget about the fact that he was potentially slightly aroused.
Right.
Slightly
and
just
then he'll be tossing and turning in his sleep, and he'll be swaying hips. What's going on?
All I remember is
the way she handed the report so
no,
so
like,
straightforward.
because he only got a view of her backside. Basically, he'd be like, "Whoa, just the way she fit that. Wow, oh my god!" And he's like, "No, Karasuma, focus." Yeah. But okay, let's talk Lovro and the Reaper.
Yeah.
So, Lovro specifically is one that knew of the Reaper. So I'm guessing the reason why he was killed is because he's someone that probably knew too much, potentially.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did say that he was on a mission right now. So it might have been something where, nope, deep water, dangerous waters, you're done.
And he just went in over his head and got killed.
Which also, by the way, I mean, I'm not going to bring this back to, Irina, but he was her mentor. So the fact that he's dead, that might be something that she kind of cares about a bit, So just saying.
Yeah. One other thing I want to bring up is the way Lovro died is actually kind of sus. Because we know that there are other people in this world with powers, essentially. Like, the kid. What was his name?
Itana?
Itana, thank you, yes. There is a possibility that the Reaper is another government experiment type. Because of the whole poo thing.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense to be like a thing that he would do just for the style points. Because who's watching? The dead guy? No. So
I figured, the way I kind of rationalized it is that it was something where it's like, hey, as a respect to you, rather than killing you from like a million miles away or something, right? Because as you're a fellow coworker, I might even admire your work.
Yeah, and come over and basically say, I've always been by your side.
Right, and basically be like, it's time for you to die, but you can know at the very least that it was me.
That you were killed by the Reaper.
And that I did it face to face, right?
Yeah. I think that is cool and all, but I don't think the Reaper had some kind of sniper up with a silenced gun that killed them like that. It works alone. That just makes sense of the idea of being the Reaper. Maybe? No, I
drone,
I want to go out there on a limb and say that we're potentially dealing with like a telekinetic or something like that. Like that anything's possible in a world with Koro Sensei.
Yeah, I mean,
just saying.
Although, but we met Itana, and it seemed like he was the latest and greatest. Like,
yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you for sure. I think that the reason why he's the latest and greatest, though, is because he's the newest.
Okay.
Meaning that he has the most potential development, and they also have a whole focus theme on control.
Yes, that's true.
The Reaper, no one controls the Reaper. That's the whole point, is that he's the boogeyman.
Right. Okay. Weird take on that notion. What if he was the one that came before Koro Sensei? Ooh. So, because, Koro Sensei, massive success, right? Depending on how you want to look at it, right? And then Itana comes afterwards as sort of but we'll do it gooder and better and righter this time.
Successor, and they're gonna not let the Koro Sensei mistake happen again.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, why make Koro Sensei in the first place? Right.
Well, I think there's probably some measure of like accident, fate, and then also some scientific genius, a bunch of odd things coming together, and it's just the premise of the show. So it doesn't need to have a specific origin.
Sure, but because the second season is the final season, right?
True.
I'm guessing that we're going to at some point get more backstory on Koro Sensei,
yes,
right?
Because we did have it teased in the first episode.
We did have it teased in the
show.
first episode. Yep. And what if it was something where, because I could totally see it being something where Koro Sensei, the whole project surrounding him was so that they could have someone like the Reaper.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then maybe the Reaper is like one of the earlier iterations, or somehow like it doesn't have to be,
I get what you're getting at.
But I feel like then they'd be able to be doing whatever arc they do with the Reaper in parallel with giving more stuff for Koro Sensei or some of the other characters. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just to build up the world of the assassins and whatnot.
I feel like the way the Reaper makes sense to be used is the same way you would use the ultimate form of the three assassins from the previous arc, is that they're there to show how much the students have grown.
Okay.
So if the Reaper gets brought in, into the whole 3E situation, it's probably going to be way later in the show. It's probably going to be something as another alternate basically target for Koro Sensei, and that instead of Koro Sensei basically.
Right.
And it'd be the kind of thing of where all the students need to work together. you know, we're like maybe trying to save Koro Sensei from the Reaper or something.
Sure.
He's our, you know, target or something.
Right.
And then like the only way they can take him down is, you know, together. And it's a repeat kind of sorts of the first season, but instead of it being one where there's the one-on-one duel at the end, it's everyone actually is involved. And then like they need literally everyone. So like Karasuma, Bitch Sensei, like even Itana like might even like be like on their side at that point or something like that. Like something that's that big.
Okay.
So I think it's, if anything, the classic tease the final boss at the beginning of the first episode of the season. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But I feel like that happening in this episode, because, you know, as much as the comedy and everything is wonderful that we got this episode, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite comedy from the show thus far.
Really good.
Excellent. Like the whole thing of the twister, right? Where it's like I'm going to scare you, and then there's like him repeating the same story to like the next set of people, and then they just come up to straight up a twister mat, and it's like,
and they're
really,
just like, yeah, that's awkward.
I'm pretty sure I know why he's doing this, right? It's not about scaring us.
And then the fact that Koro Sensei got scared by just the way that some of the students look in the dark is so good. The fact that the sniper boy,
it was just him regular, you can't see his face, right? Like
it's like it's like at points the humor in this show gets really meta and kind of fourth wall breaking stuff where you're like, are they making jokes about the way that, you know, mangaka designed the characters specifically, like
maybe
just for the hell of it? That's amazing.
I would not be surprised.
That is awesome. Well done.
But so then we have all of that, and then we have Lovro getting killed. And that almost feels to me like it might be something where it's the, okay, let's get a reestablishment of the status quo for this new season, right? Where the class is and everything, and that's the festival and the antics and all that good stuff. Summer vacation ending. Yep. But if this is the final season, it has to have a much faster pace than the first season, because the first season was like
a lot of episodes.
Yeah, it's a lot of episodes, but like the first season was very much like a get to know the characters and them having fun and learning little life lessons and things like that.
True. But as far as like to introduce as many characters necessarily,
right?
Yeah.
But like when I think of like hard plot, right, that would need to be gone through for this second season, it would be a fair amount. Yeah. So maybe this is also sort of like that
calm before the storm.
That calm before the storm, and Lovro dying is kind of that message of this is about to get crazy.
Yep.
Right. You know, like because they're assassins, right? They've been in the classroom for a while and having good, happy, fun times, but now that they're certainly capable at this level, it might get you know,
this is one of the few
dicey.
times we'll get to be able to joke about tests of courage and setting up, you know, compatibility between, you know, people and stuff.
And then having those
that's awesome.
off comments of, so how do you feel about killing?
Yeah. But y'all, season 2, here we are.
Thank you. This was a great introduction.
It's a great introduction. I love these characters. It's so much fun. I gotta say, one of my favorite little jokes this episode was the boobs aren't all that's important. It's compatibility. And the girl in the background,
very enthusiastically pumping her head up and down. Yeah.
Like, I'll never get tired of some of like specific anime jokes that you'll have, but that's one of the ones where I don't usually expect to laugh that much from it, but the way she did. Like, she laughed, like, not laughed, but the way she nodded her head emphatically, like, over and over and over again.
Like, the whited out eyes or whatever. Like, I forget how they exactly looked. But, yeah, that was great.
It was good stuff.
And then the whole thing of Bitch Sensei, like, trying on the outfit, you know? And then
Kanzuki just
like, nope, I can't wear that ever again. Oh, God.
Wonderful. But
yeah,
y'all,
this show's great.
Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general, and you can also talk with Jacob about the site. About our Twitch channel. That's right. We're changing the outro.
Exactly. We're streaming Monday through Friday. In case you didn't know, it's at 3 p.m. Pacific time. time every day of the week. Well, every weekday. Yeah. But Monday's podcast, Tuesdays One Piece manga readings with dramatic voices, Wednesdays and Fridays Caleb does gaming.
I'm playing Hades right now.
Yeah, and then Thursdays I do gaming, which right now is Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.